He did low resolution analysis of the Greenland ice cores. Greenland is very far away from Western Europe. If you're aware of Earth, you'll know. So we're talking about Greenland ice cores for measuring Western Europe pollution. Joe analyzed layer by layer. He did very high resolution, and he looked at year to year changes in lead delivered to Greenland. And he could track droughts, plagues, wars, collapses of economy, the decline of the Roman Empire. And it's just absolutely remarkable that the lead is almost like a history book of Western Europe. And it even records the Dark Ages where, the economy collapses, another way to look at it, of Western Europe. And there's no reason to mine. There's no denarius in circulation anymore. That was a big source of mining to make the coin for the Roman Empire, especially in the Spanish area. We use lake records to look at lead from that. In your basin, though, near your site, we clearly don't have any ice records, but has anyone looked at lake sediments or peat records? Because that's another way we can analyze lead changes through time. They deposit in lakes in the sediment layers at the bottom. Any records near your sites, and do they tell you anything about your time period?
So what is really interesting, it's like immediately next to me, this kind of work, no, but there are in the larger regions. So like in Eastern Serbia, Longman et al. Have done some work, and Varish as well. Like, so they've done like in the larger region, but they have like, there is no work. There are some like pollen records, for example, done about 15 kilometers from the sites, which are showing some climatic basically reconstructions of like how did the environment look like during the time period, which are done through river meanders. But there hasn't, like, there is no, like, the problem in the area is that this area was drained in the 19th century. So
Yeah.
because it was a wetland, like during the Austro-Hungarian Empire, they basically drained, like they were trying to reduce the flooding, and it went down for 3 or 4 meters. So it's a substantial change, and like there was a lot of channeling done and all this kind of stuff that radically changed how the landscape looked like. And the reason why they were doing this is because they wanted to increase agricultural services for production and to be able to, increase subsistence for the Austro-Hungarian Empire. But in terms of like pollution levels that we will be able to monitor, it hasn't been done a lot of work. This is why like I primarily like started analyzing the actual soil samples from the sites themselves, because I was like, I don't have any other close by record that could help me build this up. And whether there would be some work that I don't know, like you're the environmental scientist, you would be able to say like if there are some, areas that would be more suitable for this kind of work. I imagine areas that don't have a lot of moving water, right? Because like those would technically compromise this kind of research.
That could be part, and I just wanted you to bring up Longman's work because I know he cored that in Serbia. I know him
Yeah.
personally, and I think you
Yeah.
talked to him as well. He's a prolific
Yeah.
author. I mean, I think he's younger than me, and I mean, he's published way more than me. His work in Serbia is technically the oldest evidence in Europe for lead pollution in sediments.
Yeah, and his work actually, it's one of them that I use as a baseline for my work.
So I'm in a cave on the beach in Hawaii, and I'm taking a moment to remind you to please subscribe to this channel to support science communication so that I can get more interviews done, get better stories out there, and we can hopefully transform how science is brought to the public. Thank you.